Okay, hopefully we're picking back up where we left off. My computer kind of shut off on me. But anyways, you're not going to pick up where you left off on that 3 sets of 5 at 5 sets of 5. Okay, you need to reduce that weight. So if your last 3 sets of 5 workout was, whatever, 250 pounds, don't start 5 sets of 5 at 250 pounds. Drop the weight down. And on that Friday workout, on your intensity day, which most of the time I will start somebody with just 1 set of 5 on the intensity day, that is going to be the number where you left off at. So let's say your last 3 sets of 5 workout again was 250 pounds. That first intensity day is probably going to be 255 for 1 set of 5. That serves as a little bit of a deload, both mentally and physically, for the trainee. And then the 5 sets of 5 workout is the same way. It should be at a lighter weight, let's say 225, 215, whatever. That also should be a little bit easier, both mentally and physically. Because at that point, when you're switching over to the intermediate programming, you should be, those last few weeks of that novice phase should be a bitch. You should be grinding out, every set, every rep, and you just can't do it for that long. Even as a novice, you just burn out too quick. So that's how I approach it. Generally, if you're going to do 5 sets of 5 on your volume day and 1 set of 5 on your intensity day, that's not going to last that long because there's not enough offset, in my opinion, between the 2 days. And also, your body is just burned out on doing 5s. But one of the things that people do on that Texas method is they just keep resetting over and over again. They just stay with that 1 set of 5, and they just stay with 5 sets of 5 on the volume and the intensity day. And you don't have to do that. It's at this point in training, and it should be a mental and a physical refresher, that you can start changing around the rep ranges. And my favorite thing to do on the intensity day is switch over to singles really quick, and that would be in place of resetting. So let's say on the intensity day, we get up, that same person that we were talking about gets up to a set of 5 at 275 or 280, whatever, and I determine that they've really been grinding out those sets of 5, and that I feel like there's a stall impending on the in the next couple weeks. I don't necessarily wait until that person stalls out. They might come in that following Friday, and I said, okay, last week we did a set of 5 at 280. This week we're doing 5 singles at 285. And usually, and I've had this comment from my online clients as well, it is so much of a welcome relief to not have to grind out a set of 5. And once you switch them over to those singles on that Friday, they can make progress on those things for a really long time. Just doing 5 singles across and continuing to do anywhere from 3, 4, 5 sets of 5 on the volume day. There's no real set protocol for that. It just depends on the person, how much weight they're doing, what their tolerances are, age, yada, yada, yada. So you're just using the volume day strictly to be able to manipulate the intensity day. And I just have people do the least amount of work possible on the volume day. So whatever we can get away with is what we do. But then, that person that switches over to the singles, they're going to come in, they're going to do 285, the next week 290, 295. And, really before long, they're going to be in the low to mid 300s on their squat. And yeah, it's only for 1 rep, but it's better than that person that continues to reset over and over and over again on that set of 5 and keeps winding up at that same number and is still banging away at 280 pounds, 285 pounds, trying to get that 5 rep PR, when the other guy who switched over to singles is now handling weights, in the low to mid 300s. And even when that starts happening, even when those singles across, those start getting, tiring. Okay, fine. You come in today, the last time those 5 singles, those were a grinder. Today we're just going to hit one single, and then we're gonna progress that as far as it'll go. So every workout from now on, we're going to come in and hit 1 top single, and then maybe back off and do 1 or 2 doubles at a lighter weight. But again, we're not resetting them. We're continuing to figure out ways to move forward, continuing ways to get more weight on the bar. And then when you switch back, if you want to go back to 5s, you'll find, hey, I've been handling, weights in the mid 3s now for a long time. Now all of a sudden that, a set of 5 at 275 or 280 is not hard anymore because I'm used to having much heavier weights on my back. So the point of this is not necessarily that I'm handing out, you know, a specific program, but it's the concept of just not continuously resetting all the time. It's forcing yourself to find ways to get more and more and more weight on the bar, and just running at a dead sprint to try to get up into the, you know, the 400 rep range. You know, with your intermediate programming, most people should be able to get up to the 400s. You know, if you're young enough and you know, you're inclined to do that. If you're training for strength and you know, that's your priority, you should, with an intermediate program, you should be able to get up into the 400s. And anyway, run, don't walk. Use singles if you have to. Use triples, whatever. But don't just keep resetting and winding back up at that same place over and over and over again. All right. Thanks a lot.